Hi, this is Lois DeWitt. This is part of a series of demonstrations using oil pastels over a digital photo. You can see here that I have a photo that I took of a plant that I have, and I reduced the size down to 3 by 5, so it's a small picture, and I'm going to be working with oil pastels over this. There's a lot to be learned from doing this. For one thing, you'll find out that you're not copying anything at all. You're really, and it's not really a coloring book. It's a process of learning how to use oil pastels and then transforming the photo into something else. The more you do this, the more you will understand that. So I'm going to give you a play-by-play account of the way I'm working and what I'm thinking and how I'm going to be developing this little drawing. It's not going to take long. It's very small. These leaves that are light green, I'm just working in light green right now. The leaves that are dark green, I'm putting in a dark green color, just as a reference. You can see that I have a very small photo and my pastel sticks are fairly big. So I can't do much detail, can I? And I'm going to choose this sage green as the background for now. And with the idea that that will probably change. Put the background in like that. Main thing is to, as you work, keep in mind, look very closely at what you're doing. And keep in mind that you can change anything. That's the discretion of the artist. The tabletop, just sort of a dark brown. I'm going to make a lighter brown for now. Just coloring that in. If I like the results of this, it will be matted. So I'm not worried about the edges right now. That would be covered up anyway. I'm putting in a kind of a cream color for the bowl. May change the shape of that bowl a little bit. I don't know if I want to keep the pattern on the bowl. I really don't want to get into that much detail. Here's a white now to make it a little lighter. This is the same color as at the background. I'm thinking it might be nice for the leaves. Basically, the leaves are just a massive color right now. I will go into the leaves in a bit once I get the colors down and delineate them a little more. Now the background, I am going to I'm going to change the background to red. I think that that would be a nice contrast to the green of the plant. And also, as I develop this, I can bring a kind of a tension between the shape of the plant and the background coming in. That's called a figure-ground relationship. The relationship to the figure, which is usually the object in a subject matter, and the background, the air surrounding it. I will need a fairly strong color to go into the leaves. I think that might be a black, because I do want some of the shapes of the leaves. This is just basically mapping out the shapes as a reference. Little shadow under there. I'm going to bring the tabletop color up a little bit with, this is sort of a cream color, pink. You can see how nicely pastels overlay. I'm going to bring the green, the sage green, back again into the background to mute the red. So it's still red, you can see, but now it is duller, not quite so vibrant. Four or five layers of contrasting colors will make a very rich color. This is pretty much the way the Impressionists worked. Now you see I just put a yellow in here, and it's very yellow. I like the yellow, but I toned it down with white. I'm going to go into some of these leaf shapes, bringing the background into them. It might be nice to have kind of a highlight on some of these leaves. That's probably white might work better. You'll find the colors behave differently because of the pigment in them, even though they have the same amount of oil content. Some are stronger than others. Where I work the red in, I'm going to go over with the green again. I'm going to emphasize this table a little bit more in some of the rust tones. Bring in some white. The shape of the plant can be determined by either coloring the leaves or by changing the background. Work some of this red in so I get a nice contrast between the green of the leaves and the red background. I'm thinking I'm coming about to the end of this. What I wanted to achieve here is a good dramatic little pastel, emphasizing the plant and bringing out some of the design qualities of the composition. The black is very powerful to use often in pastels. Used a lot, it will give a pastel almost a kind of a stained glass look. Just tweaking these shapes a little bit right now. Bringing up the richness of the brown tabletop. Maybe just a little pink in here. I think that's probably finished for now, and that's going to end this demonstration. Hope you enjoyed it.